Good morning, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's trading floor, February 14th. Grain markets following through with some buying here this morning, just like we had seen yesterday. Corn right now up 1.25 pennies. Beans up 6. Strong day yesterday for beans. We'll get into that in a minute. And then wheat up about 5. So big news there yesterday. Baseline projections released by the USDA. Really, that's not their final number. Okay, next Thursday, 6 a.m., they're going to release their 2014-2015 balance sheets. That's going to be the important part. Things to focus on, though. Okay, these baseline projections are out there just for budgetary purposes, and they stretch out over the next several years. But when they get down to their final numbers, or their starting numbers, I should say, that's going to be next Thursday. But some of the things that we've got to take away from this is that on these baseline projections, USDA had used some pretty big yields for corn and beans. They used a yield of 165.6 for corn, and they used a bean yield of 45.2. These are some big yields, especially if we see some big acres off of those reports, or off of that report here next Thursday. So we'll see what kind of numbers they come out with there. As far as these baseline numbers, some of the surprise yesterday is that they had corn carry out at a 2.6 billion. They had beans at a 203 million. So beans a lot less, corn a lot more. So we'll see what the reaction is there. But I think when you get down to the beans in general, we've seen some technical buying in beans, and that's pushed us above some good resistance areas. In that March contract, as soon as we jumped above 1340, next resistance is until 1370. So a lot of technical buying at this point. A big open interest increase yesterday for beans, 13,000 contracts. If we do see more of that here today, like I said, the next technical spot, I don't have a lot of fundamental reasons to support it, but as far as just the charts in general, if the funds are going to continue to buy, or if we see this big money come in and push, 1370 is the next chart resistance. But something to pay attention there as well. 8 o'clock, are we going to see some cancellations? Still talks of that. So we've got to pay attention to that here around that 8 o'clock time frame. That may change the picture for us. But as of right now, things are strong for beans, and we'll see if we can continue this path here that we've made. As far as corn, still struggling to gain a little strength. We had those baseline numbers come out yesterday. The big yield is really, I think, what guys are going to take forth going into next week. If we're going to see acreage stay about the same, USDA using a 165.6 average yield for corn, we're going to see some big carryout numbers again. But we've seen this 450 area for old crop. A lot of producers selling up around that point. But we'll see what happens. Very quiet trade, though. We've been hovering right around 440, and we need to get some direction. Right now, we just really don't have a lot. As far as livestock, cattle up 30 cents, 143.45 currently. We had few cash trade yesterday, 142. That had the market up pretty strong yesterday. Box beef coming in a little bit higher. Choice up 5 cents. Select up 13. So just a little bit of support there. But how is cash going to finish out the week? Are we going to still see this stronger cash trade continue? If so, we'll see the futures. We'll see the futures rally with that. So cash is king right now as far as the cattle. Continue watching that here throughout the week, or I should say, watch that here today and how we finish the week. As far as hogs, up 20 cents. Cutout values were very strong yesterday, up $1.20. Still concerns of PED and how that's going to affect some of these deferred contracts. Are we going to see some of these numbers slow down? We've seen the cases increase, and they're assuming we're going to see some issues here as we go forth. But right now, we've seen futures still kind of chopping sideways. They're trying to gain a little strength, but what we're seeing right now, larger weights still affecting this price, so not really getting the bounce that we may, especially in these nearbys, because we are seeing some heavier weights showing up right now as far as these hogs. In some of the outside markets, stock market up 14 points right now. Gold up $15, silver up 70 cents. So the metals are finding a strong rally, but the dollar down another 20 cents. That's 58 cents that we've taken off of that here this week. That may have been what's giving us this boost as far as commodities, this flow of money coming into commodities. Are we back to the relationship that if the dollar ends up falling, we see commodities supported? That's what it has been here this week, and we'll see if that does continue. But as of right now, that dollar has fallen about 58 cents this week and has given some support to most commodities here. So give us a call if you guys have any questions, 800-262-7538, or check us out right on the web at allendale-inc.com. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.